Marvel just told everyone at Comic-Con a big secret. They said that Robert Downey Jr. would be back in the next two Avengers movies, but this time as Dr. Doom. They've even made up their minds to change things. It's no longer called Avengers Kang Dynasty. It's now called Avengers Doomsday, and Dr. Doom is the main bad guy. And yes, Doom from RDJ will return in Avengers Secret Wars. Wait! We need to know more, right? All of us have our channel of questions, and we're going to talk about them in this video. So join us to find out what exactly Marvel is planning for us hardcore fans. Let's get started. Of course, you and I have a lot of questions. But the big question here is, why bring back Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom instead of Superior Iron Man, which would have made more sense? Why not make him the bad Iron Man from a different world? Then, just a few days after Marvel's big statement, all the insider information began to disappear. Marvel is also bringing back the Russo brothers to direct both of these Avenger movies. It's also possible that Tony Stark's mind is in Dr. Doom's body. Someone in a comic book story swaps thoughts with Tony Stark and Dr. Doom. In the end, Tony, who is in Doom's body, wins and turns into a good Dr. Doom. Marvel has given Robert Downey Jr.'s character the name Victor Von Doom. He is not Tony Stark from another world who changed his name to Dr. Doom. This form of Doom has always been Victor Von Doom, no matter what world he comes from. Some people are mad about this because they say that Dr. Doom is meant to be Romani, and that casting RDJ could be seen as not taking that into account. People have said bad things about Marvel's acting choices in the past, like with Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, who also didn't have any Romani background in the MCU. There are several main reasons to bring RDJ for this character. Money was the first one people thought of. Marvel has had some movies and TV shows lately that didn't do as well as they thought they would, so it's hard not to think that they are trying to make money off of RDJ's fame. It's kind of funny that they are bringing him back as a bad guy. Marvel seems to be under a lot of pressure after the slump after Endgame. In the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie, they even made fun of this. To avoid giving anything away, let's just say that the movie makes a lot of fun of the multiverse saga. Even Deadpool and a lot of other fans, us included, seems to be pretty tired of the idea of a world. Since the beginning of the year, things have not gone well for Marvel. They seem to be doing everything they can to make things right. A big move to bring back Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom shows they are not afraid to change things up. Marvel is ready to do some big things to get everyone excited again. It could be a fear, strategy, or a mix of the two. Last year, Marvel had a rough patch and chose to take things easy. Quality was more important to them than number, so they cut back on what they were making. That's how the release date for Deadpool 3 with Wolverine was pushed up. While planning for a later release, they saw how good it was and decided, let's get this out now. The movie has only been out for a few days, but it's already made about $500 million, which is a lot of money for an R-rated movie. It's likely to reach $1 billion before it's over. There are parts of Kevin Feige's plan that try to return the MCU to how it was before Endgame, and those plans seem to be working. Some of the original Avengers may have died, so they are bringing them back in different ways. One example of this is the idea that Robert Downey Jr. might come back as Dr. Doom. Marvel had planned for Kang the Conqueror to be the main bad guy in the next Avengers movies at first. During Loki's first and second seasons, this was set up so that the new Avengers would fight the Council of Kangs. The new Avengers would lose, and then a stronger version of Kang would appear. This version of Kang might call himself the Beyonder. This is similar to how Thanos was the main bad guy in Infinity War and Endgame. Things changed though, after Marvel fired Jonathan Majors, who played Kang, because of some very public legal problems. Kevin Feige was told by Disney to take Kang out of the plan, so they began to think about Dr. Doom as the new main bad guy. That idea seems to have won, and Doom may now be the main character in the next Avengers movies. The problem is that they don't have much time left to make Dr. Doom a big character that people care about. Marvel spent 10 years building up Thanos, and now they're trying to make a new bad guy interesting to people who aren't big Marvel fans. Marvel indeed has its universe, where our understanding usually fails. Marvel is being careful about what they do with the next Avengers flicks. It's not a surprise. They stand to lose a lot of money. It will cost a crazy amount of money to make both Avengers 5 and 6, possibly around $600 million. Just to give you an idea, making Avengers Infinity War and Endgame cost almost $500 million each. Plus, it's even more expensive now that there are strikes and high wages. Downey is making a lot of money for this. To give you a number, it is, well, more than $80 million for both projects. That's about $40 million a movie, which is about the same amount he made from Infinity War and Endgame. He also gets all the benefits he had before, like a company jet and a big base camp for shooting. It's the same thing that Marvel did the last time with him. The Russo brothers will also get $80 million for both movies, or $20 million each. This Doom will shock everyone, but it will especially shock Iron Man's old friends and family in the MCU. Think about how Peter Parker will feel when he sees Iron Man not as a hero, but as a bad guy worse than Thanos. In Downey's world, his character in this new story has always been Victor Von Doom. He looks like Tony Stark because he was born to Howard and Maria Stark, but was raised by the Von Doom family after his parents were killed. He only knows himself as Victor Von Doom and not as Tony Stark. That's why he is bad, and the Avengers can't just change him back into the good guy they knew. He is a mix of magic and tech in his world, which makes him stronger than both Iron Man and Doctor Strange. He has already destroyed the Thanos he made. This Doom isn't trying to save the day. He just wants to protect his world, even if it means destroying other ones. Marvel may be planning to change King the Conqueror's voice so that his story can end early in Avengers 5. Remember how Thanos killed Loki and all the Asgardians at the beginning of Avengers Infinity War? This is something that Marvel could do, but this time Dr. Doom would defeat the Council of Kings. As the main bad guy in both movies, Dr. Doom is meant to make people care about him. That's easier to do when the bad guy is the same, especially when that bad guy is Robert Downey Jr. This makes me think that plots of the next two Avengers movies will be more like the current Secret Wars comics. Some people also think that Marvel will bring back some old characters from the old Fox Marvel movies, such as Hugh Jackman, Tobey Maguire, and other X-Men characters. In Secret Wars, those heroes might work together to fight this version of Dr. Doom as the God Emperor. At the end of it all, the multiverse is rebuilt. Also, the new Fantastic Four will be in both of these Avenger movies. Just so you know, most of Avengers 5 is likely to happen in the main MCU, and by the end of their movie, the Fantastic Four may have crossed over into this world. No doubt, there are more questions and answers for the Marvel Universe, but we are sure that with time, we will get answers to most of our questions. What are your doubts about Marvel? Do share with us in the comments section below. If you enjoyed watching the video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.